Okay, guys, so today we're going to be talking about a news article that when I found it, I was just in utter shock, okay? So the headline went along the lines of Man becomes millionaire over selling beer bottles. So I'm sitting here, in my drowsy state at like 3 in the morning saying, what, just trying to contemplate what you go through to possibly just sell $1 million worth of beer cans, Um, and he wasn't like in a beer store. So it wasn't like it was his job. He collected them. So I'm like, what eccentric billionaire decided to do that? So that's going to be the video basically. Just before we get into it, I want to say I'm sorry if there's any like background noise. I'm recording this while it's somewhat raining, kind of snowing. I live in a really stupid state that like doesn't actually snow and doesn't actually rain. It's like a weird mixture, and of course the one snowstorm we get a year, it only snows for an hour. Um, but yeah, let's get into the video. So, like I said, I was scrolling through Apple News, right, and I see this headline of Man sells beer bottles for $1 million, or something along the lines of that. Now, I read the article and whatnot, so the man was an eccentric. I'm not sure if he's a billionaire, but he bought a lot of beer in the 70s era. So basically, this man had over 87,000 cans of beer from the 70s, around that time. Okay, so the way he didn't drink it all was that it was in his vacation home. See, so he was kind of rolling in it a little bit. If you have like multiple homes that like are the size of normal houses. Yeah, so the beer, the total selling of it, it sold for a total of $1.6 million. Now, I just want to appreciate for a second how much money that is. Okay, so you could buy, like, let's see, so if a Lamborghini is $200,000, you could buy thir- no, 8 Lamborghinis. I don't, like, not a fully decked out one, of course, but you could buy 8 Lambos for that much money. You could buy a house in LA for that much money. LA's home prices are stupid. The average home price is like around $1 million. I wonder why all the big tech companies are moving out of there. Just side note, all those big tech companies are all moving to Texas because that state doesn't have any income tax. They're like, whoa, so the workers will be happy because they can afford houses, and we'll be happy because we don't have to pay income tax. It's amazing. That's because Texas has. I think I said coal. I meant to say oil. Texas has oil. I have no idea if they have coal, but they're certainly not that famous for it. Texas has oil. That's why they don't have income tax. But basically with this place, he made a lot of money. Or no, it's valued to be at 1.6 million. He didn't actually sell it because who would sell your collection for $1.6 million? That's crazy talk. Why would you do that, right? Like, okay, it's just stupid. Okay. So basically, this place is now an inn. Okay, and for those of you people who actually wanted to book this inn and stay in it, it it, I mean, I don't know, unless you're like a vintage like beer aficionado or like actually care that much. At least from the picture in the news article, the walls are made out of beer cans, people. That's how many cans this man has. What did I say before? 87,000? I mean, where do you keep all of them? Obviously, on the walls. And then let's just point out how haphazardly this bed's placed in just the middle of the room. I don't know. I feel like this room would give me nightmares. Not that I have nightmares or anything, but if I ever did have a nightmare, it would be set in this room. And I mean, like, all the lighting's going towards the beer bottles. The only source of illumination of this room that I can see, there's probably an overhead light, is that window, though. Like, and then I think the Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the posters on the door are, yeah, they definitely have to do with like gin or some alcohol. Well, that's a reason to stay at that inn. You can rent a room. You can rent it. How do inns work? I don't think it's renting, but you can stay there if you give them money. Um, but yeah, I'm just kind of found that article and was like, ooh, that's going to be Friday's video. That's stupid. Um, so just some side notes on the channel. Uh, I'm going to try and upload a longer video on Monday, a shorter kind of news video like this on Friday, and then maybe if you're lucky, like we did a couple. Well, at the time I'm recording this today, I dropped a video talking about the AirPods Max. You should go check that out. But that's yeah. And tell me if you want me to do like multiple news stories in these kind of videos and make them a bit longer. Uh, but yeah, that's the news story of how a guy has a beer collection that's valued to be $1.6 million. Um, so yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Subscribe, like it if you liked it, share it with someone, please. Like, the first 10 subscribers are going to be actually the hardest thing ever. I'm at the time of recording this, I think 6. So please subscribe if you're just haven't been subscribed. Help someone out, please. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Peace.